audit tips. So I'm going to preface this by saying I am by no means a genius, and these are just some things that helped me, so hopefully they will help you too. The first thing, I do this on any test I take, really. It can be used for anything. Brain dump. When you get there, on your scratch paper they give you, take 30 seconds to a minute to just dump out all the important things that you might forget while you're in the haze of test taking. So things like the audit risk model, different ratios that tend to pop up that you can't remember, whatever, gas versus gap issues and what types of reports those each lead to. And then for me, stupid things too. Like I had to write down how increasing or decreasing the numerator or denominator in a ratio would affect the result, because yes, that's common sense, but in that, when I'm in the zone and in all the craziness, I don't want to have to think twice about things like that, and I will. So I wrote that down on my paper and it helped. Number two, if you don't already have it, get good review material. I use Becker and they're amazing, but there's so many different review courses and books and question sets out there that are cheaper and might work better for you. But yeah, again, I like Becker. I feel like it prepared me really well. Number three, pay attention to keywords and questions. Things like private company, public company, modified versus qualified. Those things are important and can usually help you knock out one or two wrong answer choices just from seemingly little words like that. And off of that, number three, reread questions. I got so many questions wrong in my practice tests, and honestly probably on the actual exam too, that I could have gotten right, but I just read the question wrong. Audit has a lot of tricky questions. In my opinion, they're tricky and they use odd wording. So reread the questions, read all of the answer choices, even if you think the first choice is correct, because again, I tend to see something like the first choice, it says a sentence that it is true, and I'm like, oh, that's true, that's something I'm supposed to remember and know, so then I think it's right, but it actually has nothing to do with that question. So reread everything. 5, you do have to know all the different parts of different reports, and that sucks, but it's just something that needs to be memorized. So hope for the best on that one. And 6, last thing, if all else fails, just use common sense. Some of these things, it's like, okay, what's the best type of audit evidence? Obviously, something from an impartial third party is going to be more trustworthy than information coming from someone who has some sort of interest in the audit results. So just use common sense. And sorry, I was talking really fast. I have to go to work. Hopefully I wasn't talking too fast, and I hope that this helps you. Good luck.